Meeting to an order at 2:03 p.m. And before we get started on our agenda for the day, I'd like for all of you to please join me in a moment of silence for the loss of the two Wildcats. Our thoughts and prayers are with our friends and family. Thank you. And with that, we'll go straight into introductions. My name is Edith Rojas, and I'm your student body president.
My name is Kane Lemasters, and I'm the executive vice president.
Hi, my name is Bailey Kinker. I'm your VP for clubs and organizations.
Hello all, my name is Claire Ann Greppo, and I'm your vice president for academic affairs.
My name is Maurice Watkins III, pronouns he, him, his are my name, and I'm the Vice President for Equity and Community Affairs.
My name is Jocelyn Matheny, and I'm the VP for Student Life and Facilities.
My name is Leah Mobley, and I'm the Vice President for Legislative Affairs.
And now on to the adoption of the previous minutes from October 15th. So are there any corrections needed? I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the previous minutes from October 15th.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Okay. Abstentions? The previous minutes have been approved as 6-0-0. And now on to the approval of today's agenda. Do we have any additions or corrections to today's agenda?
I would move to add a new point to new business to vote on coffee cards for students. Coffee coupons.
Second.
Any discussions? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? The agenda has been approved with the addition of coffee coupons and under new business. All right. And with that, we'll go straight into our officer reports, starting with our Executive Vice President, Kane Lemasters.
Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone. We didn't have a committee of the week on here, but I'm going to say for the week that it's SNA again, because we still have 2 student spots open on SNA, and we're still wanting to get that filled as soon as possible. So if you or any of your friends want to serve on services activities fee committee, that is open for applications right now on the ASCWU website. If you all have any questions about that, you can come find me afterwards. Speaking of SNA, we had our first meeting this past week. It was a training meeting, so we learned a little bit about what SNA does, its policies and procedures, where the money comes from. It's all student money, and a couple other things that pertains to the committee. Like I said, there's still 2 student spots left, but we have a good team so far. It's looking like it's going to be a good year for SNA. We elected the chair, vice chair, and parliamentarian, the chair being Shelby Hamblin. She served last year. I myself was elected vice chair, and Eric Bennett was elected to be the parliamentarian. Those meetings are at 5:30 p.m. every Wednesday in Circ 301. They're public meetings, so you all are welcome if you would like to come and see what we're doing. Trying to think of what else is going on. I think that's all I have for right now. If you have any questions about committees or anything like that, please come find me, and I'll yield my time.
Thank you. And now on to our Vice President of Clubs and Organizations, Bailey Kinker.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bailey Kinker again, VP for Clubs and Orgs. So an exciting thing in my world happening right now is I was able last week to hire my club connectors. So that's going to be a really exciting thing. You're going to start to see them out at your club events. They're going to be a really great resource to help you if you're wanting to plan an event or if you're looking for information on something. And they're also going to be a good resource to help with our West Side students being able to start clubs and to support the clubs that are already existing on the west side. Another exciting thing is that we have Club Senate this Wednesday at 7 p.m. in the Cirque Theater, so that's going to be fun, always a fun time. And then, if any of you have tried to find me in the past week, it may have been difficult to find me. I'm currently on 2 search committees, and last week we were really trying to narrow down some searches for the Associate Dean of Health and Wellness. So I was in, I think we did like 10 hours of Skype interviews last week. So I wasn't in the office very often, but this week I have less Skype interviews, so I will be in the office more often. But that's a side note. So I'm really excited about those searches. It's really exciting to hear that the university is prioritizing and working to prioritize the health and wellness of students. And I'm also on the search committee for, I don't want to say it wrong, it's the Rec Assistant Director of Sports Clubs, which is exciting because sports clubs are great. So, yeah, I yield my time.
Thank you, Bailey. And now to our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Claire Ann Greppo.
Hello, everybody. So, a little bit of an update on the commencement policy change that I've been working on. So I met with the Academic Affairs Committee, and we kind of relayed, what's being talked about and what we could do to change the commencement policy and whatnot. And then also, there are still SAS Senator positions open. And I'm actually going to read all of them out right now. And so if you're listening to this and you notice that you hear a department that you know that someone's a part of, please let them know that, hey, there's a chance for you to serve your community. So starting off from the A, there's Aerospace Studies, Africana Black Studies, Art and Design, Asian Pacific Studies, Aviation, Biology, Computer Sciences, Economics, EFC, English, Environmental Studies, Ethnic Studies, Film, Supply Chain in Management, Individual Studies, Interdisciplinary Studies, International Studies, ITAM, Latino and Latin Studies, Marketing and Management, Library Sciences, Music, PESH, Science Education, Sociology, Theater, Women's and Gender Studies, and Graduate Studies. And if anybody wants that list, I will print that out and get it to you. Also, I was on the CAW, we had our first meeting for the CAW search, and it was pretty interesting. Right now, they're just starting up, doing some soft recruiting, just some really mellow stuff, and so I'm really excited to be on that board. CAW is the College of Arts and Humanities, and I also met with the provost, and I asked her a little bit about our new budget model that was implemented last year. I think it was last year, called RCM. So I just got a lot more clarification on that budget model. So, yeah. And our next SAS meeting will be tomorrow at 6 o'clock in Black 151. And with that, I yield my time. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. And now to our Vice President of Equity and Community Affairs, Maurice Watkins.
Good afternoon, Wildcats. So I am also on a search committee at this time. I got to speak with lots of amazing individuals, 4 finalists for the director of the Diversity and Equity Center. So we are coming to a closing on that, and I do believe someone should be hired fairly soon, and I'm very excited to see who that person may be. So I look forward to great things. At our last Equity and Service Council meeting, which was last Wednesday, I addressed 2 funds requests, both for the Filipino American Student Association. And being that the last meeting was the meeting where it was first proposed, we will take the meeting for this Wednesday to vote on the funds request to decide how much funds we would like to allocate this organization. Also, on a side note, the Diversity and Equity Center actually started their move today. So October 22nd is the first day where the Diversity and Equity Center staff gets to move into their new location. Their new location is held in Black Hall. If you are familiar with the Multimodal Education Center, that has actually been moved to Samuelson. So the Multicultural Center will be in the Black Hall space. In the very front, when you first walk in, there also is office spaces, and I do believe there may even be some additional office space that we may be able to use in the future. Another committee that I'm a part of is the Public Transit Advisory Committee. So I've been attending those meetings and working really closely with not only the mayor, but another fellow named Bruce Saccharin. And some things that he put on my radar is he would like to work out some sort of incentive for you all to help out with a study that the city council is conducting. The city is trying to track ridership. They've been doing this in the past, although they want to try a new tactic to see if this can enhance their results. So the Public Transit Advisory Committee is looking to create a video, I guess, that would raise awareness about the public transit system, because there are lots of students, to my knowledge, that are unaware of the public transit. Sorry about that. So I think this is a really great opportunity to not only get the word out, but to help provide organizations with community service opportunities. So aside from the video to help raise awareness, there are also surveys that will be conducted. So this is that study that I was referring to, where they will need basically students or anyone who would like to help out, basically come up with a time, sit on a bus, and there's surveys that would need to be filled out by riders. So again, this would just track ridership, and it would help the city council gain a better understanding as to who uses their stops, what stops are being used most frequently, the pickups and drop-offs of these stops. So I think this is really great, and it's a really great opportunity to help raise awareness of the public transit system. It's because, in all honesty, it's a greater resource for you all, and it's free. You pay for it in tuition, so I would say why not just check it out. In my office, I actually have the routes. I have a map and I have routes. I have like 25 schedules, I do believe. So if anyone has any questions about the public transit system or would like to help out with the conducting of the surveys, for community service opportunities, please reach out to me. I can be found in my office, Circ 236, as well as via email at ascwcommunity@cwu.edu. And then the last project that has been put on my radar for this month is, actually there are two. One being a neighborhood cafe, and this will consist of me, as well as any other student government officer who would like to partake in this event, to sit down at the 1891 Bistro. We all know it's a really common place where college students like to congregate. So this will be an opportunity for students to come and talk to me. I will be there. I believe it's about an hour or 2 hour event where they sit down and they can talk to me, ask me any questions, propose any ideas, issues, or concerns in regards to not only Central Washington University as a campus, but also if they need more information in regards to the Public Transit Advisory Committee, or if they just would like to elaborate on their experiences here at Central. So that's on the radar and is yet to come. And then in addition to that, the mayor would also like to come to campus and host something very similar to that. And it's called Ask the Mayor, and it would be in the Circ Pit. About an hour, food would be provided, and it's just an opportunity as a sounding board for you to be able to voice any concerns, or you would like to talk about anything that happens on this campus or within the community. So it's a really great opportunity to connect with your fellow resources, and whether you are aware as of now or not, the mayor can be a really great resource to you all. So I would encourage you all to be on the lookout for that event, because there are lots of great things that are yet to come. So thank you all for your time, and with that, I yield my time.
Tons of exciting stuff. Thank you, Maurice. And now to our Vice President of Student Life and Facilities, Jocelyn Matheny.
Happy Metal Monday, everyone. This is your weekly reminder that you too can have one of these fancy medallions if you complete 72 of the 91 traditions. We have physical copies of the books, or you can download the Traditions Keeper app on the App Store. Jeff is saying, don't come pick up a book. We don't have them. We don't have them, so download the app. That's your option. Also, Student Union Advisory Board and Recreation Advisory Board will be meeting this week. Student Union meets on Wednesday, and Rec will meet on Friday. And we are still looking for student members of the Housing and Dining Advisory Board. So if you want to have opinions about what happens in the world of food and residence halls, we would love to have you. And then me and the team have been coming up with a little bit of creative ways to help spend student money back on students, just to appreciate how great you all are. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the meeting. And coming up this weekend is going to be some really fun things. We've got the Haunting at Central and the famous Zombie Zone, which Martin will talk a little bit more about next. So with that, I yield my time.
Thank you, Jossie. And now to our Vice President of Legislative Affairs, Leah Mobley.
Hey, all, happy Monday. So last week, Wednesday, if you didn't catch it, was the 8th Congressional District Debate hosted in McConnell Hall. Sadly, most of the tickets, well, all of the tickets were taken, and a lot of students couldn't go. So we broadcasted it in the Cirque Pit, and I felt like we had a really good turnout. So thank you to anyone who came. If you missed it, come talk to me. I'll give you a recap. Next up is Election Day, which is November 6th. That's in 2 Tuesdays. Yeah. And so ballots have already dropped, so you can actually vote right now if you want to. There's all sorts of online resources that can help you get educated about the initiatives, about who you're voting for, and everything like that. But you can also come to me, and I can be a resource for that as well. And there are volunteer opportunities for you to sign up for Election Day to host like in half an hour slot or an hour slot to check students in for voting. And also SLAC, Student Legislative Action Committee. That is the new committee that I'm overseeing this year. And we are formulating the legislative agenda for the 2019 Ledge session. So if you want to join that, if you want to get involved, please come talk to me. We're talking about some exciting things this year. And if you don't know anything about the legislature or about politics in general, that's okay. We still want you to come hang out. And yeah, so thanks, guys. With that, I yield my time.
Thank you, Leah. And now for my report. As we said last week, ASCWU partnered up with athletics and handed out some stuffed fanny packs. That was really fun. Let's just say there are no fanny packs anymore, so that's great. Great stuff. So that's just the beginning of many more collaborations across campus, and of course, all to make your experience here even better. If you were here on Saturday, you saw 1,700 people on campus. Yeah, there was an open house. Crazy. So super excited to kind of hang out and kind of see future students of Central who might be calling this home within a year. So that's really awesome. So if you're wondering why there were so many people here, that's why. With that, today we have some national accreditors on campus. So shout out to all the students that showed up to Circ 137A and B and provided some feedback to the accreditors. You are awesome, and seriously, all your input is very valuable. And with that, in remembrance of our 2 Wildcats, we will be having a candle vigil on Thursday at 7 p.m. on the patio right outside by the Wildcat statue. And with that, we'll go on to our committee reports from RHA.
Hello, everybody. I'm Martin Mattis, RHA president for this year. Just a couple updates. Zombie Zone is this weekend at the Haunting at Central. We'll shut down the rec center. We're doing a whole bunch of volunteers. So if you're interested in volunteering, show up at the Bardo Lawn on Tuesday, tomorrow at 4 p.m., and we'll go get you signed up for that. There's also a committee meeting for Zombie Zone tonight at 7 p.m. over in the Res Life office, going through the package room door, and it's at the end of the hallway there. If you want to have some input on finalizing the mission layout that we're doing this year, show up then. Aside from that, RHA meetings are every Wednesday at 6 p.m. in the Wellington Event Center. I hope to see you all there. I yield my time.
Thank you, Martin. And now onto our committee appointments.
Alrighty, so I have 3 today that are being appointed to committees. So Jocelyn was asking for people for her Housing and Dining Committee, and I have one for her, so that's nice. Michaela Caraso, Housing and Dining Advisory Board and Recreation Advisory Board. Peyton Swinford, Council of Probity, and Arthur Moseman for Council of Probity and Student Conduct Council. With that, I would like to make a motion, or I'd move to appoint all of these students to their respective committees.
Second.
Any discussions? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? That's 600. We now have new students in our committees. Woo! And now on to club recognition.
Hi, everyone. If you are here to get recognized as a club, please come up to the mic to do so. Also, side note, I was informed today that when you go to do the club recognition, it tells you that once you've received an email that your club is has all the paperwork in, then you can come to the public meeting. You don't have to wait. You can do it now. So just for clarification for that. But if you are here to get recognized as a club, just state your name, your club name, and a little blurb about your club. Ready, set, go.
I'm going to take it out. Hi, my name's Alex Cheeseman. I'm with the Student Council for Exceptional Children, SCEC for short. We're a club made up primarily of special education majors, talking about inclusivity, disability rights, and just the whole scene there. So what we do is we go to Special Olympics. We do stuff within the community, and we're trying to work more with the schools this year. So anything else I can say? Rad.
Hello. Hi, I'm Chandler Little, and I'm with Trumpet Club. We're made up mostly of music education and performance majors. We bring a lot of awesome musicians to the university to come and do Trumpet Fest, which is happening, I believe, on November 5th, which is a Monday. Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Anaya. I am a representative for Cosplay Club. Cosplay Club is basically a costuming/craft club. We do a lot of cool events around campus. We're really cool. You guys should come. Black Hall 137. Little plug for my club. And did I hit all the points? Okay.
Hello, my name is Joel Dahlman. I'm president of the Russian Club. What we're all about is that we're mostly primarily Russian language majors, but we're also if anyone has Russian heritage, you're welcome to come. Or anyone interested in Russia in general. We learn Russian language at our club. We also go over some Russian culture, and we're also having food too. So yeah, it's pretty good. That's all. Every Tuesday at 4 p.m. In the International Language Center, which is
Hello, my name is Jensen Beard. I am the vice president of the Flying Wildcats Club. We are the club associated with the Aerospace Studies program here at Central. And what we do is we're focused on community outreach, things like community service. We also are focused on a lot of primarily military aspects and such. So we'll do a lot of things like try to focus on perhaps doing a base visit to one of the bases in Washington State. And we're also looking to do a Museum of Flight visit at some point. So we're going to be doing a lot of fundraising and community events. We'll be meeting the last Wednesday of every month at about 5:15 in Lint Hall 202.
Hello, I'm Tomas. I'm from Argentina, and I'm the VP of International Club. Our club is trying to establish a home away from home because we're international students. We also are trying to connect international students with domestic students in order to get people to know different cultures and know different languages, all that stuff. And we gather in the International Student and Programs Office 131, I think, at 3.
All right. Is this thing on? I hope so. All right. My name is Jordan Hernandez-Jones. I'm the senator for Brother to Brother. It's a club here at CWU, or it's about to be. Our main focus is to strive to provide the tools necessary needed to compete professionally in the business world. We work mainly an all-male club, so to speak. In addition, oh man, these cameras are killing me. I'm just kidding. All right, so our main goals are to help our members, our brothers, become more academically, professionally, culturally, and socially active within our community. We also work with younger kids in high school and surrounding communities. We basically the kids that need any. Oh man, I can't believe I did this. I'm dying. An example of what we did with our community this last fall quarter, we had an event over at Bardo Hall, which brought together CWU police and also brought together the younger kids from the high schools. We wanted to show them that there's things that are things to work for in life, I guess you could say. And not only that, but we wanted to show them that police are also people as well. They're not just people with a badge. They have a job to do, and you know, as long as you're doing the right things, it's not a bad thing to have a relationship with them. Wow, I really choked. But we meet here in the Cirque. It's in room 301 upstairs, and Wednesdays or Thursdays at 5 o'clock. Thank you, guys.
Is there anyone else here from a club that would like to come get recognized? Going once, going twice. If not, with that, I'd like to move to recognize the clubs that just came up to ask to be recognized, with the stipulations that the rest of the recognition paperwork is turned in.
Second.
Any discussions? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? You've all been approved as clubs with the stipulation you've done your paperwork, but we're going to celebrate. So, and now on to our SAS appointments.
All right, if there are any SAS appointments to be made, please come forward. Yes, and introduce yourself. Talk about why you enjoy what you're studying and why you want to be a part of SAS. And your class standing.
My name is Nick Harkins. I'm in the anthropology major, and I'm focusing on archaeology. I got into the anthropology club just because I wanted to be more active here on campus, and we were voting for SAS Senator, which seems like a really good way to sort of step into being involved in campus politics and student affairs, especially since this is my first quarter here. And I'm still in good academic standing from my old school, so and I'm doing pretty good on my classes here, even though my workload is insane. But I'm having fun, and I'm having fun being engaged on campus. So that's what I got.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick.
Hi, I'm Madeline Koval, and I'm a biochemistry major, and I am here for the chemistry senator's position. I'm doing this just because I mainly want to be more involved in campus. I feel like I'm semi-a-loner sometimes, but I made some really good friends in SAS, and I just want to be more involved. So.
Thank you, Maddie. All right, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the senators for the chemistry department and the anthropology department.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Congratulations, you've all been approved as SAS senators. And now on to new business, 10.1, coffee coupons.
Okay, so this is new since we last got together as a team. So I met with Joseph Pearson, who is the Executive Director of Auxiliary Services, and he said that if we want to purchase coffee coupons that we could give out to students They'd be for any hot drink at the Cat Tracks Espressos that we can do so. So we just need to vote on how many cards we want to buy and how much money we want to spend. So approving funding, any hot drink. It's free. Free any hot drink. And we're going to purchase it for you.
I don't know. What do the students think? Do you want like free coffee or anything? Free hot drinks? Yes. And we're seeing a good consensus.
Yeah. So we can, from the ASCWU budget, we can pay for them. They're going to be $2 per card, so we could serve 500 students for $1,000. So if we would like to approve that money, we can do that.
So we're doing $2 per coupon at 500 for 500 students. That's $1,000.
Well, yeah. So that's what this conversation is how many do we want to do? Do we want to buy 500? Do we want to buy 800?
I don't know, y'all. Is 500 good?
I think that $500 would be a good start to see how the impact of it goes, and then we can see how the student feedback goes, and then we can look at getting further coupons in the future. But I think overall this would be a good opportunity to show students, one, that student government is here, and two, to get that student money back to them. Also, everyone's mics are on.
Joss, or any of you all want to pitch in? How would we be dispersing these? Like, what we're probably gonna have to touch on like a disbursement plan or like a marketing plan for that.
Yeah, so the plan for handing the coupons out is definitely to be determined, but I would suggest things like 2 people that show up to these meetings, 2 people who are in SAS, and other things. I don't know. What do you think?
We got endless options if we go with 500 coupons, that's for sure. So, okay. Yeah. Are we going with 500 or are we going lower? 500? 500 coupons? Is that our general consensus? So that's about $1,000 that we're going to vote on. All right. Do you want to make the answer?
Could the students give us feedback in public comment about how we could disperse these?
Sure. Okay, we're going to open this up for some input, some student input. How do you feel about free coffee coupons? Tell us about it.
Just as a possible thought, if we're looking to improve club enrollment, people being involved in clubs, you could have it dispersed to the officers of clubs to give to people to come to their meetings, or who do come to their meetings, as a thought.
Any further thoughts on how we disperse these free coupons? With none being said. Okay. I'm going to entertain a motion to approve $1,000 to purchase 500 coupons for 500 students to get a free hot drink.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Guess we're buying some coffee. And now for that, we're going to open up the floor for any issues, concerns, or announcements of any kind.
I'm going to reiterate again that we have a lot, and I mean quite a bit of committee openings. I got an email today about the Parking Advisory Board. So if you have thoughts about parking and wanting to deal with parking, which, you know, everyone does, that's open for applications, as well as plenty of others. SNA, Student Conduct Council, library is always looking for students to have their input. So please, please, please get your friends, sign up yourselves. It's a good way to get your input into the administration and get your voice heard. And oftentimes these professionals and these administrative staff are very willing to listen to your ideas, because you all and us all are the ones experiencing these facilities, these issues. So please, please, please go on and apply at the ASCWU page, and come find me if you have any questions.
I have an announcement-ish. So I just saw our wonderful Robbie with campus activities get here, and all I could think about is all the amazing activities that she and her team have planned for you this weekend. So, shout out to Robbie, first of all. Secondly, and her student staff, the Haunting of Central is this weekend. So, if you're looking for fun things to do this weekend, that's a really great time to spend in the Cirque. On Saturday from 9 to 12 p.m. a.m., you're right. And it's in our phones, Jeff is telling me. Oh, and the Rocky Horror Show is this Friday, which is a really awesome time, and you don't want to miss out on it. So, yeah, spend your weekend doing fun things on campus. Also, Haunting of Central is just like the Cirque transforms into this just like magical place, and there's all these students and food and wonderful time. So, yeah, don't miss out.
And I just want to add on to that. Rocky Horror is definitely an experience. It's so much fun. I'm in it, so you guys should come. You guys are going to be seeing me acting very different, but it'll be very funny. So, yes, please come.
So I'm also going to add on that. So another great event that Robbie is in charge of is Boo Central, and that's actually also coming up fairly soon. So Boo Central takes place on Halloween Day, so October 31st, and I do believe it's going to be in the Cirque Ballroom. So if you're looking to volunteer or you would like to get festive with the children, if you're part of a club and or organization who would like to be involved, this is a great opportunity for community service hours. So please take it into consideration, and being that the event's coming pretty close, you would need to make your decisions pretty soon. So, I mean, just look into it. And yeah, so with that, I yield my time.
Any further comment? Public comment? Oh, go for it.
My name is Aurora. I'm the vice president of Planned Parenthood Club here on campus. And our project, we actually took a trip to Detroit this summer as a club. And while we were there, we met Obama, actually. It was super cool. And we had to find something that will impact our club in a positive way. And our thing is free menstrual products throughout campus and throughout dorm rooms, because we have none here and we don't have funding for it because they took it away. So as a club, we get funding through Planned Parenthood for that. So we have to petition around the school for people who are interested in that and your top 3 product choices. So if you're interested in that, our meetings are on Tuesdays in Cirque 271 at 4 o'clock. Come in and put in your input, and we'd love to hear about it. Tuesday, Cirque 271.
I'm not really sure how we're supposed to run this thing, though. Yeah? Okay. Hi, my name is Allie Williamson. I am a student here, and I'm not sure, am I supposed to say a concern? Okay, so I have a concern for the health and wellness of our students here. I have had an experience where I've noticed seeing drugs left on the ground, and I think that we should bring attention to suicide prevention and means restriction, and so I think that by locking up our medications and our drugs, we can really make a difference, in residence halls especially. So, sure. Take it away.
So she proposed this idea to me about an hour before this event, and I think, or before this meeting, and I think this is a great idea. And I say that because an example that she used for me was, let's say someone has a roommate, right, who may need medication for whatever the case may be. And if it's easily accessible to the other roommate, you never know. And being, or based on the suicide rates, that's just not something good. So it's nice to have your medication locked up. So I think it's a great idea to possibly look into providing students with individual lock boxes for their own medication. Very inexpensive, and it just has a little keypad on it for you to be able to put in your information so only you can get into it. So again, that would provide restriction for anyone who is not advised to take a certain medication, be able to not take this certain medication. And being that health and wellness is on the rise at CWU as of now, and we are actually looking for a dean for health and wellness, I think now's the time. So yeah, I mean, with that, I guess I would like input from you all. I mean, because you are all the students and your voice matters. So that's just something to think about. And I just want you all to know that I personally stand behind this, and I personally think this is a great idea to consider.
I just kind of want to add on to that. I was fortunate enough to have stumbled into the office when Ali was talking to Maurice earlier, and this is actually something I hadn't thought about before, but it is an issue that I had seen in the past as being an RA, and I think it's an important issue to keep in mind with the health and wellness of our students, is that some students may be on certain medications that others may use for other reasons than needing them. So it would be interesting to look at options to get those students resources to lock their things away.
Any further announcements, public comments, issues, concerns? Seeing that there are none, our next meeting will be next Monday, October 29th, here at 2 p.m., so don't miss it. And so with that, I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting at 2:44 p.m.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? This meeting has officially been adjourned.